So my name is Lauren Bader. I'm on the Kraft-Heinz Culinary Team, and today we're joined by Nicole from Brown Sugar Food Blog. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Today we're going to be making our sheet pan banana bread with chocolate chips. So I'm super excited for this recipe. I guess let's get started.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, so I made the banana sheet cake with chocolate chips, and I made it. This is my third time making it.
Okay.
So it's pretty
pro.
Yeah. So we start off by, like in most baked ingredients, you put like your dry ingredients in one, and then you have your wet ingredients in another bowl, and then you combine them later. It calls for 1.5 cups of flour. And it's always good when you bake to level off your dry ingredients, because you really want to be specific. So I just take the edge of a knife here and just clean it off.
That's a great tip.
Some salt and some baking soda, not powder, baking soda. And you just mix these ingredients together.
Yeah. I've seen banana bread everywhere, so I know that it's something everyone's been doing. But I just think this is a great recipe to use right now.
Definitely. And one thing I love about banana bread personally, it's like it's like a candle for your whole house. It makes the whole house smell good.
That's
and
true.
Warm and comforting. It's one of my, it's something that I love to bake just because, I love to bake period, but banana bread is so, you can't deny that smell.
Yeah,
so.
It's kind of nostalgic too, especially if you grew up eating banana bread, that it kind of like reminds you of, home, comfort.
Right. So so then there's 2 eggs, and actually I did this a little backwards, so I apologize, but you have butter and you have sugar that you're supposed to cream together. So I'm actually going to do all 3, but the recipe, you have the butter and the sugar you cream together. First, I was just moving ahead and excited to see all the activity on Instagram.
Okay. So
we have a 1/4 of butter, which is a 1/2 stick of unsalted butter. And it's best to use unsalted butter when you bake, so you don't have, especially if the recipe calls for salt already, you don't want too much salt going.
Yeah, it really lets you control the level of salt in your recipe.
Exactly. But if you only have salt, just like salted butter, my advice is just omit the salt if it's also required. So then you have 3/4 cups of sugar. And again, the 3/4 marker is in my cup. So in case anyone is wondering, like, why should you use
While you're mixing, like, the great thing about this recipe, and I think why everyone's been making so many banana breads, is that it really helps with space. Right now, we're all trying to avoid going to the grocery store as much as possible. So we buy bananas and they stay out on our counter and they get bad. This is a great way of using those bananas when they're over-ripened and you don't want to eat them plain. Even if you're not necessarily ready to start baking banana bread at that time, you can just pop this over right there to your freezer. And you can even mash them ahead of time and throw in about a teaspoon of lemon juice per banana and put it in a freezer-safe container. And they'll keep in your freezer for about 6 months.
And I know you guys can't see it, but it should be nice and silky just the way it is in my bowl, if you can see it.
Yeah.
So then we're going to now add the dry ingredients. And so you don't want to make a big mess. You want to do this a little bit at a time. So the recipe calls for you to do 3/4 a cup at a time. I'm going to eyeball it and then just mix as I go. Okay. Uh-oh.
And then are we going to be adding in, when do we add the banana and the sour cream?
So I add the bananas and sour cream once I add my dry ingredients, and I fold that in.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I personally, with the banana, I don't know about many of you, but I like a little chunkiness in my banana stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that's a great tip.
Yeah, so folding it in for me is my preference. If you want more of a smoother cake, you can absolutely blend it, but I like chunky.
Yeah, so that's my next preference. It doesn't matter if you want to add it now or afterwards. If you want smoother chunky. We're just getting it all combined. Now, the really fun thing about this recipe, and this is in our spring issue of My Food and Family magazine, it's baked in a sheet pan. So the kind of insight into that and why we developed it was traditional banana breads are baked in a loaf pan, and they take about an hour or so to bake. But the fun hack about baking it on a sheet pan is that cuts that time in half. So it's about 22 to 25 minutes total. So.
Yes,
you get to eat quicker. Satisfying banana bread cravings.
It does bake quicker, but I did do a test though for those who may not have what is considered a jelly roll pan, 15 by 10 inch pan, and a 9 by 13, just to see how that bakes. And it does bake a little longer. So for me, it was done in about 30 to 35 minutes.
Yeah, if you're gonna have, I think if you have something that's a little smaller or has a thicker batter, it's gonna take longer.
Okay, so now I'm adding the sour cream, and then I'm gonna fold in the mashed bananas, which I have here. The recipe calls for about a cup, and what gave me a cup was 2.5 bananas, like medium to like longer bananas. Yeah. Gave me almost approximately about a cup.
Okay. And I love the sour cream addition here. It's not necessarily traditional to every banana bread, but it kind of gives the batter like this nice, creamy, luscious quality, and I think really helps the finished product stay nice and moist.
You know, I have a carrot cake recipe on my blog.
Yeah.
And I actually add bananas in my carrot cake. You can't taste the bananas that much, but I did it specifically for the moistness that banana is baked with. Yep.
That's a good
So now I'm folding it in. Again, I like my chunky, my chunky bananas. And one of the tips of folding I find is kind of like go around the bowl, cut down the middle, and just keep going until there's like no streaks, until everything is just really well mixed and balanced and incorporated. Like kind of like how it's coming along now.
Yeah.
It looks real.
You get banana in every piece.
Yes. Yeah. So, and of course, everyone's favorite part, well, my son's favorite part, because I had him help me make this the first time, was adding the chocolate.
Oh, yes. That's everyone. Just snacking on it as you go, right?
I know. I mean, you can even add it. I add like chocolate shavings as a garnish if you want to get a little fancy, or just extra chocolate chips on top of it when it's finished. It's whatever floats your boat. So we have 1 1/4 cups of Baker's chocolate here. If you are not familiar, this is what the brand looks like. They have the chocolate chunks available to you in the bag, but this is what the logo looks like, just in case.
And if you can't find, a specific chocolate chunk that this recipe specifically calls for, just use what you have. Whatever chocolate that you like or your family likes will work great. And same thing, I know we're going to be adding some nuts, or maybe we won't, but the recipe calls for walnuts, and I don't have walnuts. I couldn't find walnuts, but I do have cashews, and I think cashews and bananas go together really nicely. And I know, in your family, Nicole, you have maybe some nut allergies.
Yeah. My son has a tree nut allergy, so we gotta be careful about things like that. So, but in one of the cakes I made for me and my husband, I did add them.
Right? Because we like great. Just customize it to your family. If you want to take the nuts out, take them out. If you want to keep them in, keep them in.
So here's a 15 by 10 inch pan for me. I've already sprayed it with some baking spray. Baking spray is godsend. Yes. And I'm just gonna pour the batter in here.
Yeah, and as I said, so this is our sheet pan banana bread, but if you wanted to do a loaf pan, you could still use this recipe and bake it in here. You just increase your cooking time to about 55 minutes to an hour. And then the other thing you could bake in if you wanted is like muffin tin. It would probably be similar to this recipe, about 22 to 25 minutes. I know for me, just living alone, you know, maybe I would eat 1 or 2 of these and really satisfy my banana bread craving, and then maybe freeze the rest. Or I don't know. I've been doing a lot of baking, and like my dad lives down the street, and I've been dropping off snacks from him, like at a safe distance, of course. But we've been trading food that way, so it's a fun way to do that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that a lot of people are baking. When I went to the grocery store earlier this week, there was literally no baking powder of any kind. It was like gone. And I'm like, baking powder? Yeah, people are baking for sure.
Yeah. The baking shelves are sparse.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we got to work with what we have.
Yeah, that is true too. So here is the cake, or the sheet cake, and I'm going to put it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And you know what? Let me grab a plate so I can serve it up to you guys, so you can see how this whole thing can be magical.
Yeah. I love that this recipe also, you know, it calls for some additional ingredients. You know, you can use extra chocolate chips or nuts or sliced bananas, or if you've got Cool Whip, to really create like a DIY experience for your family. And everyone can customize it, top it with whatever they like.
This is a beautiful dollop of Cool Whip, my favorite. And I like the extra creamy, personally.
Yes. That's
my personal favorite. And then you can just also top it off with more nuts if you want. Here I'm adding just some extra banana slices. And if I had some more chocolate, I would spring some more chocolate on here. And then you serve it just like that. It's so simple and easy. Most of these ingredients you probably already have. You probably already have flour, eggs, sugar, salt. You probably have those things. That's 4 things you already have.
Right.
You may even already have bananas.
Maybe we could get a little close up. Are you able to bring it up a little closer to the camera?
Yes, I can bring it up.
I know, and I always have to be on this side where I don't get to try it. I just have to watch.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, why they gotta eat it in front of me? It's so good. They can't share. Smell-o-vision.
Yum. Okay, so one question we have is, can you add nuts or raisins to this, other nuts or raisins to this recipe? So I think absolutely. You know, you can really customize it to whatever you like. And I know we talked about different types of nuts. Like I have cashews, I think, yum. If you like raisins, if you like, you know, you've got white chocolate chips instead of dark chocolate chips. So yogurt work instead of sour cream. I have not tested this, but I think that it would work fine. Yeah. I would use probably a Greek yogurt, like a full-fat yogurt.
Agreed.
So you still get that creamy consistency, but if you try it, let us know, and let us know how it turns out. I'd love to hear.
Yeah.
Can you freeze banana bread? Yeah, I think any banana bread or any type of quick bread like this is gonna freeze really nicely. But like you said, you do kind of have to think a little bit ahead of time.
Yeah.
And put that out on your counter to defrost. But if you know, you have to anticipate your craving, I guess.
Absolutely.
Like if you did do something like this and you were doing muffins, or you're doing it for like a gift giving thing, you could make a bunch and freeze them and then just take them out before you knew you were gonna give them to somebody or drop it off. Would you drizzle peanut butter on top?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That is an absolutely wonderful idea. Thank you for asking that, because that now gives me an idea. Yeah.
Great. Chocolate, bananas, peanut butter, that's like a classic combo.
Right. How do you say no? How do you say no?
It up a little. Yeah. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yay!
I know you're going to be back with us Monday for our sheet pan sunny side up bagels. So we'll have a nice little breakfast edition. We'll probably go really nice with the banana bread. I don't know.
Ooh. Oh,
yeah. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. Please have a wonderful weekend. Hope you get to enjoy the weather. Maybe get some baking in. And until next week, let's keep cooking together. Thanks, everyone.